गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। Wonderful. Great. One new name I'm seeing, Shashi Prabha, maybe. You've come for the first time? Shashi Prabha, if you can just give a quick introduction, say hello to everybody. Yes. Volume is low. Can you hear me? Okay.
We can hear you clearly.
Okay. Okay. हाँ शशि जी बोलिए। हाँ जस्ट हाँ आपका आप म्यूट पे है जेनिफर जी, यू मे हैव टू अनम्यूट। 1 मिनट 1 मिनट। हाँ गो अहेड, आप अनम्यूट करिए।
जय गुरुदेव संजीव भाई।
हाँ
नहीं फर्स्ट टाइम नहीं हूँ, बहुत बार आती हूँ, पर क्या होता है मनोज जी का प्रोग्राम क्लैश होता है तो फिर मैं बाहर हो जाती हूँ।
अच्छा।
तो आई यूज्ड टू कम, लाइक आपका सत्संग तो मैं रेगुलर अटेंड करती हूँ जब भी फ्राइडे
ओके। हाँ
बट या इस प्रोग्राम
राइट।
में मैं
मैंने
ऑलमोस्ट होती हूँ।
हाँ वैसे नाम थोड़ा सा जाना पहचाना सा लगा, लेकिन याद नहीं आ रहा था।
जी
कहाँ
जी,
रहते हैं आप?
अनुशक्ति नगर मुंबई में।
ओके। हाँ। और क्या करते हैं?
मैं एक एनजीओ के साथ जुड़ी हूँ संजीव भाई। मैं बाय प्रोफेशन कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट हूँ।
ओके
बट गुरुजी के सानिध्य में आकर मैंने आईएसपी कोर्स की थी। तो गुरुजी ने
ओके नाइस।
बहुत प्रोत्साहन किया था कि तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट बच्चों के लिए, व्हाई डोंट यू गो फॉर दैट। तो
राइट।
मैंने फाइनेंस को छोड़कर फिर मैं बच्चों के बीच आ गई।
अच्छा, वेरी नाइस।
तो आईएसपी क्लासेस में लिया करती थी, मधुमा के साथ में बहुत वॉलंटियरिंग किया है साथ में।
ओके, वंडरफुल
पर अभी
वंडरफुल।
मैं फाइनली 11 साल से एक डे केयर सेंटर के साथ जुड़ी हूँ। सो व्हाटएवर नॉलेज आई हैड गेन फ्रॉम देयर, मैं यहाँ
ओके,
पूरी तरह इम्प्लीमेंट करती हूँ अनुशक्ति नगर पे।
वेरी नाइस वेरी नाइस वेरी नाइस, वंडरफुल वंडरफुल।
देखो
यस यस। creating happy children is the most important
Yeah,
job
yeah.
anybody can do in the world.
That means being all the
Bringing
time you feel
happiness.
energetic.
Yes, 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 yes. Happy children will create more happy children, and that's how we will have the wonderful world that we all
That's
want to have. Yeah. The how good a nation is, or how developed a nation is, or a country or a culture is, one has to look at three things in today's world. Maybe tomorrow the criteria may change, but how do they treat the older generation? How does the culture treat the older generation? How does the culture treat women? And how does the culture treat children? Three questions. So that is the only way to know how advanced, or really advanced. It should not be based on GDP. It should not be based on your production levels and your anything else. This is it. Have you evolved enough to treat the older generation with love and care? Have you evolved enough to treat women with respect and love? Have you evolved enough to treat children with care and concern about their safety and their well-being? Because these are the three vulnerable, so somewhat vulnerable sections, और वही उसी से determine होता है. So great. This is the best thing that you can do in life is to take care of children.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. So so one of the beautiful things about this whole journey is the mystery, and the paradox. Not Jennifer mystery. That is also wonderful, but that's another mystery. The mystery and the paradox of life, the mystery and the paradox of truth, of understanding. जहां पे logic जहां पे रुक जाता है, that is when the fun begins. You remember that line? I just remembered one ghazal. What is it? गरज पर जगजीत सिंह. गरज बरस प्यासी धरती को, फिर पानी दे मौला, फिर पानी दे मौला. चिड़ियों को दाने, बच्चों को गुरधानी दे मौला. गरज बरस प्यासी धरती को, फिर पानी दे मौला. दो और दो का जोड़ हमेशा चार कहाँ होता है. दो और दो का जोड़ हमेशा चार कहाँ होता है. सोच समझ वालों को थोड़ी नादानी दे मौला, चिड़ियों को दाने, बच्चों को गुरधानी दे मौला, गरज बरस प्यासी धरती को फिर पानी दे मौला, फिर पानी दे मौला. So the reason I remembered this particular ghazal are those two lines कि दो और दो का जोड़ हमेशा चार कहाँ होता है. हाँ, Sonal ji, you're listening.
Yes,
दो
sir.
दो और दो का जोड़ हमेशा चार कहाँ होता है. सोच समझ वालों को थोड़ी नादानी दे मौला. तो जहां पे ये लॉजिक खत्म होता है वहीं से ये मैजिक शुरू होता है. बियॉन्ड लॉजिक बिगिंस मैजिक. So things, so when we go past the logic is when the magic begins. So, and this illogical होती है बहुत सारी बातें. Once you cross the boundary of logic, then you reach into illogical paradoxes, contradictions. वो है ना, और एक गीत है, कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी. Yes. हाँ, कैसी पहेली है ये, कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी. तो पहेली है जिंदगानी, पहेली है. इट्स अ पैराडॉक्स. तो ये जो पैराडॉक्स विच यू रेज दैट क्वेश्चन on Tuesday, so that is also a paradox. One more paradox. So what is this paradox that we were talking about and which you asked the question? So so it's, see, remember, it's not about abandoning logic. It is not about abandoning logic. We cannot function in this relative world if we abandon logic. Logic is important. Logic has its place. Reasoning has its place. But we have to know when to go beyond it, when to drop this logic and go beyond logic, go into magic. If you want life to be just like this, logic is important. Logic is good. But if you want life to have a beautiful curve, a beautiful movement, a dance, then we must go beyond the logic and move into magic. So not that we abandon logic, but we go beyond logic, beyond logic. So it's not about abandoning intelligence, but to use it where it is needed and to drop it when it is not needed. So the paradox we were talking about on the other day is, the paradox is that, see, some of you are new, so we will go through that short experiment again, where we ask the question, are you there? The simplest question there can be, are you there? I mean, it can be the first question. We come into this earth and we exist. We know we are present. We know we are there. I am here. So right now, just Just ask yourself the question, am I here? Am I there? Do I exist? Are you there if I'm asking you? And ask yourself whether you know whether you're there or not. And what is your level of certainty about you are there? How certain are you? 1%, 2%, or 100% certain? Kya lagta hai? What is your level of certainty about this? I am here. First of all, what is your answer? Some of the people who have,
100%.
yeah, so like exactly, you are here. So, so if I ask you, are you there? Sonalji, you are saying, yes, I am here. And how sure are you are there? कितना certainty है, कितना surety, guarantee के साथ कह सकते हैं कि आप है?
100%.
100%, 100% sure,
100%
I am there,
sure.
I exist. So this certainty is there कि I am there. आप दूसरा कुछ चाहे मुझे you can prove right or prove wrong. I may say this is green, you may say this is olive. I may say this is blue, you may say it's indigo. My name is this, but you may say that name can change. Your address can change, your skills can change, your wealth can change, your personality can change, your feelings can change, your thoughts can change. So you cannot be certain about any of them. But this fact, I exist, I am here, I know this, this knowing is there without any doubt, without any requirement for proof. It is a self-evident truth. It is just true. I am there, I exist. Nobody will deny this. Nobody can deny this. You don't have to be a spiritual guru, master, or a student of meditation or anything. You take a person off the street, anybody on this anywhere in the world, and whether they are a criminal or a saint, you ask them, are you there? They all will reply, yes, I'm there. If they understand the language, they will say, yes, I'm here. So this is a universal truth about us, about all of us. I am here. So and then the other day we were talking about living as if I'm not here. So I'm here, and now you're saying live as if you're not here. So this was the question. So what is, some of you have replied on the group also, your thoughts about this. So what is life, this body, this collection of thoughts, this collection of memories, this collection of skills, this collection of understanding, this collection of cells which comprises my body will sooner or later disappear. Sooner or later it is going to vanish. So knowing that it is going to vanish and that it is not the ultimate truth or the ultimate answer, then why invest so much in it? Why invest so much energy and so much attachment to this? And we let go of this collection voluntarily now, today, instead of waiting for it to be taken away from us by force, by external situations and circumstances. And when we do that, then we are not here. We are not present to argue, to fight, to have any conflicts. We are simply here to simply flow with what is there and simply enjoy this beautiful journey called life. Because when I'm here, then I have to prove something. When I'm here, I have to establish myself. When I'm here, I have to aggrandize myself, increase this collection's value. I have to prevent it from being attacked. I have to prevent it from being diminished. I have to go for I crave for things that will help me to establish that. And I have to push away things that appear to me like they are going against that. They only appear to me. In fact, whether it really makes me diminished or enhances me, I don't know. But based on what I think, I have to do all that. But when I operate out of I am not here, then who is there to fight? Who is there to have an argument? Who is there to have a conflict? I'm not present. So what is this? What is the, how can both these things be true? Sonal ji, aap hi bataiye, kidhar gaye, hai ki nahi? She dropped off? Oh, no, she's there. Okay. The screen keeps changing. So tell me, how can both these things be true? Hello? Hello, are you there? Where can she, yeah, this is another way of asking. Are you there? She said she's 100% there, but abhi sunai nahi de raha. Maybe is she able to unmute? She's able to unmute. Please unmute.
Sonal, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
हाँ
तो बोलिए. So how can both these things be true? I am here, 100% I'm here. And living as if I'm not here.
Normal
What is that?
circumstance, I'm here.
Sorry?
Under normal conflict, I'm not here.
You're not sure. Good. This is also very, 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 very beautiful state. See, between the logic and the magic is the state of I'm not sure, I don't know. Between logic and magic, sorry, you're on mute.
Between logic and magic is conflict.
Yeah, between logic and magic is this state of not knowing. So if you are saying I don't know, at least you are on the forward edge of logic. You're on the border. Just thoda sa either or you'll be into magic. So it's a very high state actually. Being confused is a very, very high state. It is only fools who are sure. If you are so sure of something, I'm so sure I know this to be true, then you are stuck. But if you are like, okay, I don't know, let me see, then your eyes are open to wonder. Then the twinkling of the stars happen. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, how I wonder what you are. How I wonder what you are. I don't know what you are. If I know what you are, the game is over. I know everything. The stars don't twinkle for the person who knows all the things. They don't. They actually stop twinkling. ये भी एक मैजिक है. The stars themselves say, इसको तो सब पता है, इसके लिए क्या twinkle करने का? They actually stop twinkling. इसको जाने दो, ये जाएगा, फिर twinkling वापस चालू करते हैं. So not knowing is a very high state. I don't know. Great. Wonderful. So even boredom is a very high state. Boredom is another very high state. Because to be bored, you really have to be at a level which is much, much ahead of 99.9% of the population, which is simply trying to survive, trying to get something done. trying to achieve something. If you're bored, means at least you're not trying to achieve anything. This aggrandizement of this self-aggrandization at least has dissipated for you. So very nice.
So what
So
is the meaning of aggrandizing? What is the meaning of that big word?
God, okay, good. Okay, very nice. Yeah, the more we are in I don't know and we can live in that I don't know, the more magic can happen.
Is that the meaning?
Aggrandize, no, aggrandize is the opposite of diminish. Diminish, to diminish something. When you are insulted, you feel diminished. And when you are praised or when you think you are great, then you are aggrandized. So it's the opposite of diminish. So the you that you really are is infinite, and therefore and unchanging, infinite and unchanging, unending and unchanging. So if something is infinite and unchanging, can it be diminished? Because if it is diminished, it will be less than infinite. It is no longer infinite. So it cannot be diminished. And if you are infinite and unending, you cannot be aggrandized either. Because if there is something more than that which that infinite reaches, then it was not infinite to begin with. So the true nature of who you are cannot be aggrandized and it cannot be diminished. It cannot, by definition, and that is you. So you who are unaggrandizable and undiminishable start to believe and think that I am limited and that I'm limited and that I am this collection of body, collection of cells, collection of thoughts, collection of feelings. And this collection, because it thinks it is that, starts to think that it is limited and therefore has an urge to aggrandize itself, because there is an inner knowledge that I am infinite. The inner truth of being infinite is still present. The seed of that knowing that I am that is present in every cell, in every atom of this collection. But because of this false thought that I am limited, that I'm just this little body that does this few things. So the potential, the difference between the infinite and this limited is what drives us towards craving for more and more, craving for higher and higher, craving for bigger and more, which is okay in some sense, but as a game, knowing that I am not limited. But when I'm convinced that I am limited, then that same desire to be more becomes a craving rather than a growth. Rather than a game, it becomes a craving. And this resistance to not being smaller than I think I am leads to aversion. I push away things that I don't want, and I try to not. I feel bad if I'm insulted, and I feel wonderful when I'm praised. So both of these things are signs of this false identification of who I am, not forgetting that I am that which cannot be aggrandized and cannot be diminished. So I am here and I am not here. Where is the subtle difference between the two which gives you the clue of why both of these things are valid at the same time? कुछ आ रहा है आइडिया अभी थोड़ा सा ये सुनकर, सोनल जी?
Not very clear. थोड़ा थोड़ा.
Okay. थोड़ा थोड़ा. अच्छा, थोड़ा थोड़ा क्या आ रहा है? थोड़ा थोड़ा, what is the thought?
Sir, when so give me a second.
Okay.
Sir, you continue. I'll discuss 5 minutes
Okay.
later.
Okay, sure, sure. So anyone else, any thoughts on this? What is the resolution? What is the resolution of this paradox? I'm here, I'm not here. I am here knowing 100% that I am here, living as if I am not here.
By taking life like as a dream.
Life as a,
Dream.
sorry, as a dream.
Yeah. So there I am here, but I am not here because it's a dream.
Yeah. Because it's a dream. So I'm here, but I'm not here. Inside, the one in the dream is here in one sense, but is not there in another sense. Okay, good. What else?
Sanjeev ji,
Rajesh ji.
yeah. Can I relate to those 3 steps? I mean,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, first is neti neti.
Right,
I'm not that, I'm not that. Second, we know qualities of awareness.
right.
Yeah. And third, we again come back with those qualities in our mind. So we are here again.
Okay.
To express, to experience everything happening, because otherwise we leave and we go to Himalayas or something after first step.
Correct, correct, correct. So living as if I'm not here is there's a very good point. It's the culmination of the neti neti step. I'm not there. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my body. I'm not this collection of cells, which I call my body. I'm not this collection of thoughts, of feelings. That. Correct. And then the third step, which is I am all of it. I am everything that there is. I am in every experience, every object, every bit of every moment of every person, of everything, of every circumstance and situation is only made up of that I which I am, and therefore I am there everywhere, and I am there. So I'm there and I'm not there. Both true. Good. Avinash actually had posted one thing on the group, which was also just very, very close to the way I see it, which is when I say I am there, who is that I that is saying I am here? Who is the I that says I exist? Who did you refer to when I asked the question, are you there? Who did you refer to, or what did you look at when you are so sure that you exist? What did you look at? You did not look at your body or your thoughts or your feelings or your ID card or your clothes or your anything. You did not look at any of that. You looked at something which is beyond all of that, which is the container and which is the background and which is that field of awareness and consciousness in which all this is happening. You just for a moment touch that and say, yeah, I know I am there. This awareness exists. You looked at awareness, you touched awareness, and therefore from that space of awareness is the declaration and the claim that I am there. So when that I that is saying I am there is that I. is that I of oneness, is that I of universal, is the I of divinity. I am there. I exist. I know it. And it does not need any evidence or support or proof or anything. I exist. And when we say we want to consciously drop this I that is there, which I are we talking about in this case? Are we talking about dropping awareness?
Ego-based I.
Yeah. So we are not talking about awareness. We are not talking about living as if I am not there. Is not about living as if awareness does not exist. It is about living as if this limited version of awareness called Sanjeev, called Nilima, this collection of limited version of the big I, that is the one we are saying, live as if that I is not there. And the moment you take that small I out of the picture and it vanishes and dissolves and disappears, it loses its solidity, it loses its, its power to crave and to reject or resist. What is remaining in its place is incidentally and paradoxically and magically awareness itself. Awareness comes in and fills in that space which you have relinquished voluntarily. When you relinquish that space voluntarily, what comes and takes its place is that big I of this ocean of love, this compassion, lovingness, truth, beauty, infinite. So when we say I am there, that I that is speaking, I am there, I am here, is the oneness, is the universal consciousness. And the I which is speaking, which is saying, live as if I am not there, is the small I, the I with the dot, the little I, which is the limited self. Living as if the limited self is not there. Not as if the big I is not there. Because there is no way the big I is not there. There is no such circumstance or situation or moment in life where the big I does not exist. So to make it clear to the sort of rational side of it, we can write this sentence as, I am here with a big capital I. I am here. I, which is lovingness, which is love, which is compassion, is here. And this I, which is the small I, called Sanjeev, called Rajesh, called Anamika, called Nilima, that I, living as if that I is not there. That small I is not there. And only the big I is there. Then this body, this body, this mind, this thought, this brain, this understanding becomes an instrument and a vehicle through which the big I expresses and lives and enjoys and celebrates and experiences what? Whatever it is that you are experiencing, whether you are a healer or a IT consultant or whatever it is, that becomes the vehicle through which oneness now expresses itself, lives, and life becomes this journey of celebrating and loving, as opposed to this burden and challenge, which is how the small I experiences it. Yeah, go ahead.
Sanjeevji, that story about one student goes to the master and says, give me teachings. And the master says, have tea. And goes on pouring tea, goes on pouring tea, goes on pouring tea. And the cup is overflowing. And the student says, what are you doing? What are you doing? The cup is overflowing. So say, exactly, go and empty your cup.
Right, right.
It's something like that. Go and empty your cup. So
Yeah, empty the
fill your
boat, empty your cup
cup.
so that
Then only the
you
big guy
can
can step in, like,
exactly empty. Yeah, the more we relieve ourselves from the trappings and the of the small eye, the more space there is available for the big eye to move in. Yeah, there was one more story which it reminds me of,
Even I have a question.
which is yeah, go ahead.
It's very difficult, this state is very 2 days I'm thinking कि तो
Okay.
सन्यासी ही होना पड़ेगा ना. It is कि चीजें हो रही है, like we are staying in, when we are looking up the dream में जो देखते हैं ना, that we are not there when we are seeing. लेकिन लाइफ में when this stage is coming, it's very difficult, sir. क्योंकि अभी चीजें हो रही है, कोई झगड़ा कर रहा है, कोई कुछ कर रहा है. So if you are telling कि we are not there, सो ये तो पिक्चराइजेशन हो गया ना, मतलब जीते जागते ड्रीम देख रहे हैं हम लोग. फिर इट्स लाइक दैट, ये
Correct,
स्टेट आ जाएगी बाद में.
correct, correct.
अच्छा लगता है, ये खाना है तो खाओ, मतलब नहीं करो. तो द टेस्ट एंड एवरीथिंग विल मैटर आफ्टर दिस. ये जो आपने जो स्टेज बोल रहे हो इज वेरी, मतलब डिफरेंट है. एंड ये इसको प्रैक्टिस करना ही बहुत डिफरेंट है. बिकॉज एवरी टाइम कुछ एंग्री हो गया तो कुछ हम we are expressive basically. That small eye is expressive, small eye is enjoying everything, and we forget about the many times big eye. So if we are talking about, when thinking about the big eye, तो फिर बाकी तो सब खत्म ही हो गया. ये पिक्चर हो रहा है, घर में कोई कुछ बोल रहा है, जाके आता है, और हमें ऐसे स्टेबल होना है. So I want to explanation about this, कि
Correct,
आप जो
correct.
point it's very difficult, मतलब.
Right. No, you are saying that actually what you're saying, there are 2-3 things in what you're saying. It is, it's not. So one is that it is difficult. And that I would like to question actually. Or is that difficult? What is more difficult? Is it easy to do battle so-called, or is it easy to just go with the flow? Vested interest है या कुछ understanding है जो अभी भी बिल्कुल क्लियर नहीं है, तो हम सोचते हैं कि ये डिफिकल्ट है. बट एक्चुअली this way of being is actually easier if you really look into it. Like supposing somebody says something which your opinion is like what we are saying about you're right. Is it actually easier to say you're right, or is it easier to have a battle with them and argue with them for 2 hours? What is easier? Of course, it is much easier to say you are right.
You're right.
You are right. It's so much easier. And then you can still have a conversation. ऐसा नहीं है कि you don't, the conversation is over. You are right and it is over. No, you are right. This is my view. This is how I see it. And we can continue the conversation.
Okay.
So one is, it's a fallacy, or this is a kind of an illusion to think that this way of living in life is difficult. It's not. It's actually much easier. But the way we have programmed ourselves, we think this is difficult and that is hard. It's like when you are in this state, then life is so simple. It is very, very straightforward. But we think that complicated and think kind of वाली twisted वाली जो जिंदगी है, वो हम लोग easy लगती है क्योंकि वही हम करते आ रहे हैं 40-50 साल. But actually this is easier. It is much easier to let go. Is it easier to give or is it easier to take? Simple. Much easier to give. Taking is difficult, but we spend our life trying to take. So let's get that out of the way first. I will come to your other question, which is there next. But let's get this out of the way. It is not easier. It is not more difficult. It is actually more difficult to continue living in this stressful, tense, struggling, craving, avoiding kind of way. That is one. So let's get that out of the way. It's not more difficult. It's actually easier. Now, the second part, which is that if we live like that, then we are not expressive. Then we cannot be alive, because the small I is the one who's jo ye sara, sab khada bakheda khada karke jo sari, it is going through all this, whatever the fights, the tension, the expression, the anger, the this, the that, and the other. So living as if I am not here is not the same as not living. Living is very important. You're still living as if you are not here. And that living part of living as if you're not here includes fully expressing yourself, completely expressing yourself, being completely open, completely vulnerable, completely childlike. So very simple example we have in front of us. Are children expressive or are they not expressive? Very expressive. But they are living as if they are not here. The child is not asserting itself. It is not asserting, I want to be bigger. Oh, you are insulting me. None of that is a problem for it, for the child. And it is simply expressing, loving, playing, enjoying. एक पल रो रहा है, बिल्कुल रो रहा है, मतलब कुछ जैसे सारी and the very next moment laughing as if nothing. And that ability and that power, that skill, that state of mind is possible only when you have let go. They have still not accumulated all the things that we carry around on our shoulder. My identity, myself, my opinions, my knowledge, all these things that we carry around, they have not yet accumulated. But we have accumulated and we are going around with all of that. So is it easier to go around with a burden on your shoulders, or is it easier to go around without? It's easier to drop it, isn't it? So these are the two parts. One is that it is easier to drop this load and then move through life. Even though we have become so used to this burden that if somebody says put it down, we are saying no, don't put it down. मुझे चाहिए ये, because यही मेरे लिए easier है. मेरे लिए ये easier है क्योंकि ये मेरी आदत है अभी 50 साल से. और दूसरा ये है कि when you put this burden down, life becomes available to you to enjoy each and every moment. Whatever comes up becomes a game. Whatever comes up becomes simply an excuse to celebrate, a reason to celebrate. And and how you celebrate it is by expressing yourself, engaging in it fully. This is not about disengaging. This is what you are hitting, Nilimaji, is a very, very important point and the crux of the matter, actually. Why this world is stuck in the place that it is. You're hitting the nail on the head. Why it is stuck in this place is exactly this, that we think that that being spiritual or being aware means to live a dry, uninteresting, shusk life where we are not affected by anything, we are not touched by anything, and we are just in this state of vairagya and renunciation. Nothing bothers me, nothing affects me. It's not like that. This is the misunderstanding. Just like because a child has not accumulated so many things, it is able to, run across the field and enjoy, and then when it tumbles and falls and cry like a baby and then get up and run again. That same kind of living becomes possible for us after having understood and gone through this cycle of taking on more and more burdens, and we learn to drop it. Then we again become like that same state in which the stars begin to twinkle and we go, wow, at the twinkling stars once more. And express that and do a painting on it and do a song on it and do a dance based on the stars, and all that becomes available and possible because you're no longer carrying along this burden of trying to, crave for something which you think you are not, serving this master which does not exist. I've told this story sometimes, I think, not a story but an analogy of if there is a servant in a castle who has been serving his master for many, many years. And one day he goes out into the village, into the town, in the bar, and is sitting next to another friend. And the friend asks him, so who is this master that you are taking care of since so many years? And he says, no, he's the head of the castle. He owns the castle and I live in that castle and I take care of him. But what is he like? He says, well, I just do my work. I've not really seen him for a long time. Well, go check him out. Who is this master of yours? And the servant goes back to the castle and says, oh, I better find out what my master is like. And he knocks on the door of the bedroom and there's no answer. And he goes in and there's nobody on the bed. And he sees that he has kept shoes for him, all shiny and polished. He goes into the kitchen and he has prepared dinner for this master. And all the furniture everything is ship shape. But the master is nowhere to be found. Because this so-called master that we have been serving all our life, called Sanjeev, called Nilima, this master, when we try to find this master, where is this master called Nilima? Oh, is it the thoughts? No, they are coming and going. Is it these feelings? No, they are coming and going. Is this body? No, this is just a collection of cells. They are also coming and going. So where is this master that I'm serving? Where is this Nilima that I'm trying to aggrandize or prevent from diminishing? I'm not able to find anywhere. If I really look, I have assumed all my life ki hai wo. Not only I've assumed it is there, I've lived my life serving this master. But when I really go to find that master, nowhere to be found. All I find is awareness. All I find is the context and the background in which all this dream is happening. So this imaginary master that we have been serving is the one we are saying, live as if I am not here, means I is that master. Live as if I, that master of you, is not there. Then what happens? Then I'm free. Then I am free to express and use this circumstance, this collection of cells, this body, this thoughts, as simply a means to play rather than serve. You understand? This body, instead of becoming a master that I serve, this personality, instead of becoming a king that I am ruled by and serving, that same personality and that king and that master becomes an instrument for me to express and to live. Yeah, go ahead. You have a question.
Sir, it is like that. In this process, पिछले 8-10 दिन में इतना कुछ हो गया लाइफ में, and it is very difficult situation, painful and everything. और क्या
Okay.
हुआ? In that pain, I have expressed everything, And after that,
Yeah.
I did meditation. And after that, I said कि ये मेरे लिए क्यों हुआ है? That is the situation, everything. और मैं निकल के आई उस पे से. And I'm always
Correct.
forgive everyone. सब हो गया. Then after this drama, my one of my husband and my uncle, they are talking. बोलते इसको तो क्या है, कुछ भी हुआ तो चलता है, ये मेडिटेशन करके निकल जाती है और हम लोग ही बैठते हैं.
हम लोग इधर फंस
क्या हुआ? So
Yeah,
it
we
is-
are still serving.
so
Yeah.
that I wanted to ask कि ये सब ऐसा हो रहा है, कि
Yeah.
एक्चुअली जब ये आता है सिचुएशन एंड एवरीथिंग, अगर हम निकल के दैट एक्सप्रेशन हो गया, पेन एंड एवरीथिंग वो सब हो गया, देन आफ्टरवर्ड्स यू टेल कि ये सब नहीं है अपना, है ना, हो गया, मतलब इट इज अ सिचुएशन, तो उसको होके फिर बाकी जो भी चीजें करनी है, फॉरगिवनेस, वो मन से निकालना है, सब कुछ हो गया. लेकिन लोग क्या करते हैं, व्हाट दे आर थिंकिंग,
हम लोग को भी इधर लाओ.
हाँ?
हम वो लोग को भी इनवाइट करो इधर.
Yes,
That is it. Yeah, having more and more of the world.
करके निकल जाती है और ये हो जाता है. सी व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इज स्टिल रिमेनिंग. सो क्या करेंगे, आपने बोला था कि वो है उन लोग, उनको यू कैन चेंज द पीपल, यू कैन चेंज ओनली योरसेल्फ. सो दैट्स व्हाई व्हेन यू आर टेलिंग अस कि ये मैं हूँ और मैं नहीं हूँ क्या, दैट इज योर, तो वो मैं
Correct.
आई एम इन दैट फ्रेज. आई वांट टू क्लैरिटी, एक सेटिंग में या दो सेटिंग, आई वांट क्लैरिटी कि हाउ ये जीना बहुत डिफरेंट है, डिफिकल्ट है, मतलब डिफिकल्ट इसलिए मैंने वर्ड यूज
हाँ,
किया.
डिफरेंट है, डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, डिफरेंट है.
तो इसको मतलब कैसे आगे जाएंगे, ये आई डिडंट नो, मतलब ये थोड़ा सा मुझे अजीब सा भी लगा. यू आर टेलिंग कि इतना सब, मतलब एक्चुअली जब लेक्चर करना अलग है और हम उसमें से चले जाते हैं उस पास फेजिंग में, तो जो मतलब ना मेंटल स्टेट या फिजिकल जो स्टेट आती है, तो वो थोड़ा सा फिर हैं हम. तो क्या मैंने उस टाइम रिएक्ट किया, वो गलत किया क्या? बिकॉज यू सेड टेल कि नहीं, यू आर राइट, यू हैव टू से यू आर राइट, लेकिन वो बदतर होती है कि यू कैन टेल उधर तुम्हारा कुछ ही नहीं है.
Right. No, so we have to see, we have to take specific example. Agar hai to we can talk about it maybe next time ki actually what is the situation and what you said, or maybe we can do a one-on-one also. But fortunately, ye actually this kind of understanding and this experience needs to be experiential. Like when we are in a retreat together and we face so many different situations and we actually see how we are coming out of it in reality. So यहाँ पे Zoom पे हम बातें करते हैं सिर्फ, or we are in silence or in meditation. But at an experiential level, it's an inner experience, but outer circumstances we are not actually facing or creating or going through. But in the retreats and things like that, that is what the whole purpose of those retreat and all that is, where we come together. And there are so many things when we go out on a long that when we climb that Gorakhgad hill, there are actually what is going on is happening, and you are seeing that okay, now when I operate out of this myness and my fear and my this and that, there is no way I can climb this hill. And yet after with this knowledge, with this dropping all that, letting go, suddenly I find myself on the top of the hill, and I look down and I say, wow, how did I do this? So that becomes an experiential sort of example in your life of what we are understanding today on or other days on Zoom. But the whole point of this open door is that you take this understanding and apply it, use it, and understand, make all the situations in your life as opportunity to deepen this understanding, to use this understanding and deepen it. तो अजीब सा तो लगेगा ही, क्योंकि ये हमारी आदत है वैसी 50 साल वाली जो आदत है, सडनली आप अगर शिफ्ट कर रहे हो तो अजीब तो लगेगा, बिल्कुल अजीब लगेगा. But is it something that is helping you to be more light, helping you to be happier, helping you to be more joyful, more expressive also? This is not about withdrawing your expression and becoming dull and dry. It is about even more. Like I was telling you about, enjoying this ice cream made from sand by the children on the beach the other day. It's not about withdrawing. It's about fully enjoying whatever is there and expressing also more. There's that example, I think I may have told you this story about one guru that the Zen master passes away, and one of his disciples is in grief, and that disciple is in tears and tears and tears, and another one gives him a little taunt that, hey, our masters always taught us that I'm not the body, so what is all this tears you are crying, right? You're not the body. So the student replies, I am grieving the body. My tears are for that body which has gone, which is not moving anymore. I am not the body, but I am grieving that body, and the love and the celebration I had for the body, which was there in the physical form. So you understand, this is very important to know. It is not about withdrawing your feelings. It is about feeling even more deeply. And don't make it like two separate things that, oh, I felt this way, and now I have to remember that, oh, I'm not this, and come out of it. Not that way. It is knowing that I am not this, and I am the container which experiences everything that is going on. So, because the way you are saying it, it is as if there is something wrong with being in grief or crying about something. It is not. It is perfectly okay to grieve whatever you have lost or whatever the law. It is perfectly beautiful. But you grieve it fully with think, if I cry, things like that. So those are things we are dropping. I'm not here. If I'm not here, I'm not have to protect anything. I can cry at anything. I can laugh at anything. That becomes possible. So it is not about it is not as if laughing or crying or engaging with the world is in the opposite direction of spirituality. It is 100% in the direction of spirituality, to engage back with the world, knowing the only difference is that I know I am not this. I am simply playing this game, and then playing the game fully. Knowing that it is a game, you still play the game fully 100%. In fact, now you're able to play it 100%, whereas before you were only able to play it 50%, 60%. So it is not about stopping the game or that there's something wrong with the game. The game is very much part of who I am. The game is my activity. The game is my playground. And
सर यही वर्ड से गड़बड़ होने लगी.
She's on mute again. Unmute करिए.
मैं I will talk to you personally because यही जो समझ से बहुत सारी गड़बड़े होने लगी है.
हाँ, okay, sure. We will do a one-on-one, and whatever उसका जो भी निचोड़ है, सारांश है, understanding, I will share with everyone on Open Door without the specifics maybe. हाँ. Yes, Sonal.
The last part is, if you say I am not there, I'm not here, so it could be misunderstood as pretending also, no?
Yeah, it could be misunderstood as pretending. You heard of fake it till you make it?
Yeah. I was about to ask
So,
you that.
yeah, so fake it till you make it. See, actually it is the opposite. I am already that oneness, pretending to be this limit, small I. I'm already pretending. So now we are unpretending. Already this is a pretense. थोड़ा googly हो गया.
गोल हो रहा है.
No, we are already who you are is a pretense. Who you are is infinite. Who you are is divine. Who you are is unending. Who you are is limitless. To be this, you have to pretend. You are pretending. You are pretending to be Sonal, but you have forgotten that you are pretending. So now when we say that I am not me, we are going back to the original and actual, which is we are going to stop pretending. Even though this looks like pretending now because you have pretended for so long that you think it is real. When you pretend, utna had tak pretend karte ho, then sooner or later you start thinking that is how it is. Habituated to the pretense, where you are convinced that this pretense is only true. So now we are going back. We are retracing our step and saying, let us stop pretending by saying, I'm not here. We are stopping the pretense of I'm here. So it is not a pretend, it is an unpretend. So that we can go back to who we really are. Wonderful. Great. Live it, think it. Say is the walker.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. May all beings find love, truth, joy, happiness, and be free from suffering. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you, Sanjeev ji. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.